So I appreciate you guys coming. I hope you guys had fun. Have to take a few questions before we actually hit the road here.
I just have a question. So
Yeah.
Trump is supposed to talk with President Zelensky today, and I'm just curious, where does the U.S. stand in terms of negotiation? Is the U.S. still open to walking away from negotiations? Or are you guys committed to seeing it through?
Yeah. Well, look, I'd say we're more than open to walking away. The president's supposed to talk to President Putin of Russia and President Zelensky as well, and I'm sure he'll talk to a number of world leaders today because he always does that. But, look, the president's been very clear. This is not the United States is not going to spin its wheels here. We want to see outcomes. And the first major outcome that we wanted to see, which we were glad about, is that we wanted the Russians and the Ukrainians to put a real peace proposal on the table. What would you need to do in order to stop fighting? That happened. The second thing is they needed to agree to direct talks with one another. These sides hadn't talked in years. We thought that was a disgrace. That has now happened. But now, the talks have been proceeding for a little while. We realize there's a bit of an impasse here. And I think the president's going to say to President Putin, look, are you serious? Are you real about this? Because the proposal from the United States has always been, look, there are a lot of economic benefits to thawing relations between Russia and the rest of the world, but you're not going to get those benefits if you keep on killing a lot of innocent people. So if you're willing to stop the killing, the United States is willing to be a partner for peace. That's been the proposal to the Russians, to the Ukrainians, and frankly, to nations and other hotspots around the world. I won't prejudge the president's conversation. I actually was just on the phone with him. I know he's looking forward to it, and I wish him all the best. I think he's the right guy to negotiate for the country, and I'm excited about it.
Mr. Vice President, Axios is reporting that you decided against a visit to Israel after this trip because of the Israeli military's expansion of their operation in Gaza. Is that accurate, or is there a reason for not moving on to Israel?
Well, I think there's a lot of overstatement there. I haven't seen the story, to be clear, so I don't want to speak to the details. But the simple reason is we thought about going to Israel. We also thought about going to a couple of other countries that the president would like me to visit here in the next few months. Logistically, it was just a little bit too hard on basic things like who the hell's going to take care of our kids if we take another couple of days overseas, but on some more serious things like how do we provide security, how do we make sure that we get all the assets that we need in order to do the right official delegation. So I'm sure we'll visit Israel sometime in the future, but not today.
And just another question on Russia and Ukraine. From the administration's point of view, what seems to be the obstacle in trying to get this ceasefire deal?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a good question, but there are so many different things that are obstacles that it's hard to pinpoint one in particular. Look, I think one open question is Vladimir Putin serious about negotiating peace, right? He has made some concessions. He has taken some serious steps in these conversations, but we feel like, we're at a point where we're hitting an impasse, and that's why the president is talking to him on the phone.